just me and you on a Saturday night. And I know that if you jump on my live stream tonight, you are definitely hashtag like-minded, somebody that I want to hang out with on Saturday night. If you're jumping on this stream right now at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time on a Saturday night, interested in talking about business and asking questions and getting better, you and me gonna be friends. It's the same thing that happened to me this morning when I went to the gym at 5:45. I was literally the only person in the gym. I'm like, where's everybody with these New Year's resolutions? I don't get it. Where is everybody? Why am I the only guy here in the gym? And that's why we are hashtag like-minded. And you're jumping on this and I'm doing it. I'm coming to you from a place about 70 miles outside of Dallas, Texas, called the Rough Creek Lodge. And it's really a beautiful place. It's like a quintessential Texas hill country kind of place. And I'm here with my boys because I'm taking them hunting in the morning. And this place is no joke. This is an expensive joint. Like, super duper expensive. I'll just give you a quick look here on Instagram. This is the boardroom that I have commandeered for my stream tonight. And the reality is I'm going to do a mastermind here in the spring. And my partner in Business Finishing School and I, Rick Sapio, are going to do a mastermind here at the Rough Creek Lodge. We're going to bring in 10 people into this exact boardroom that I've commandeered. And we're going to do a absolute deep dive, 1 day or maybe even a 2-day war room. And we're going to invite 10 people to it. The first evening, we're going to crank down on business strategy. The second morning, we're going to go hunting. If people want to bring their wives, they can, because there's a beautiful spa here, all that sort of stuff. And then we're going to hammer down on the second day with an incredible deep dive of the business frame, exactly how to build out the business strategy. So I want to thank everybody for jumping on. Let me reach out to some people and just say thank you for being hashtag like-minded, me and you, Saturday night. Maybe you're away from your children. I'm now away from my children. But I committed to doing this every night for the month of January to help people get this wheel of success spinning faster. It's important for me to help people. So I want to thank my man Justin Wood for jumping on. Yo, yo, yo. Christopher Robinson. Sid joined. I love you, Sid. I hope you're doing great, man. Morgan Hunter from Business Finishing School just jumped on. Ken Stickler jumped on. Thank you, man. I love it. Bunch of new people, too. Mikey Boise jumped on. Love you, Mikey. Don't know you, but I love you. John Johnson, Sandy McNichol jumped on. Mike Ficara, my man Jeremy Clay. Thank you guys for jumping on Instagram. The names are a little bit unusual on Instagram, but I definitely love that my partner Adam Webster jumped on. I love you guys, man. So likes, hearts, all that sort of stuff. It's a little bit of love, and I would appreciate that love tonight. Because it shows you support in me taking time away from my family to help you and answer any questions. So a couple rules. I got to introduce myself. My name is Matt Monero. I'm a 23-plus year entrepreneur, even though I never call myself an entrepreneur. I call myself a business owner. I've never called myself an entrepreneur. I don't even know really what that term means anymore, but I run a company that finances truckers, big rigs, the things that you see going up and down the road. My company finances them. Last year, we did $158 million in that type of equipment. I work with an incredible group of people that have helped me build the company, even though the company did start from absolute zero 23 years ago. I'm the author of 2 books, The Grit and You Need More Money, both available on Amazon. And I have a few other businesses along with Commercial Fleet. And I'm fortunate enough that I think I have enough energy and passion for my second bigger business, which is called Business Finishing School. And we have an event coming up in Dallas, Texas, February 22, 23, and 24. you can go to BFS Summit, BFS like Business Finishing School Summit.com if you want to learn more. But at the end of tonight's stream, I'm going to give you a discount code that is going to save you $500 off the ticket price. It's going to make the ticket for Business Finishing School so cheap that you can't not afford to go, and it expires tomorrow. Tomorrow night at midnight, that code goes away, and it goes back to the normal price of $699. But let's get into tonight's thing, because here's what I really want to talk about. I just had dinner with my boys and my wife, and we were talking about tonight's stream because they want to go down and do s'mores and all that sort of stuff, right? Sit by the campfire. I think my 17-year-old wants to see if there's any cute girls here. I'm down with all of it. But there's a reason that I can be here. And that reason is because I did a sequential process to get myself in a financial position to be here. Now, look, if you guys want to know, by the way, any question is perfectly fine. There is no question off limit. You guys can ask any question you want. I hope it's a question that benefits you. If it's a question to learn more about me or my family, I'm happy with those as well. So anything that you guys want to talk about, let's make this time very, very valuable. So there's no question off limits. On Instagram, if you want to jump on the stream, just give me a little heads up as to what the question is, and I'm happy to bring you in. I'm not really afraid to share the numbers of it, but I can just tell you that this Saturday to Sunday junket is thousands and thousands of dollars. Like so expensive that it's got my butt puckered. Because I'm looking and I'm saying, it doesn't feel that long ago that I didn't even know what Rough Creek Lodge was. Like, who tells you about these places? Like, I remember when my wife and I bought a house and someone was talking about granite countertops. I'm like, I don't even know what granite countertops are. What are you talking about? What's a granite countertop? What the hell is Rough Creek Lodge? Like, I only learned about Rough Creek Lodge as this fancy hunting lodge and, reindeers or whatever these chandeliers are and these oak woods and this boardroom types. Dude, I only learned about this place 2 years ago. So how do you get to a point when you come from zero that you can actually begin to do stuff that you never dreamed possible? Now listen, I ain't in Laguna Beach, right? I'm not in Laguna Beach. I'm 70 miles south of Dallas, Texas. But I don't care, man. It seems like this place is oozing with oil money. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like nobody's hurting for scratch here. And the cost of the hunt tomorrow proves that. But how do you get here? Like, is there really a process that you can take from going from no place to going to someplace? And that's what I really want to talk about tonight. I want to share what I think is the secret of how you can actually go from no place to someplace. There is a roadmap. There is a process. And if you come to the BFS Summit in Dallas, Texas, February 22, 23, and 24, I know that Morgan is on the stream tonight. By the way, for those of you who are jumping on tonight, I want to give everybody a big pat on the back and a shout out. If you're spending some of your Saturday night to spend it with me on Facebook and Instagram, then I got huge props for you, because I'm taking time away from my family at a stupid fancy resort to be with you guys. So let's give each other a little bit of shout out that we're doing things together. We are like-minded. The reason I want to do it is because I actually want to share a process of how you can do it too. How you can get yourself to Rough Creek Lodge and spend stupid money to take your kids hunting, and spending it in the hotel room and on the steak dinners and in the spa and all that other shit. Okay, so I'm going to go through the process tonight. But if you really want to dig deep, I want you to come to my BFS Summit in Dallas, Texas, September 22, 23, 24. Go to bfssummit.com, and I'm going to give you the code at the end of this stream that's going to save you a ton of money and make it so affordable you can't afford not to go. So Rico joined. Thank you. Like-minded. Marcel Hansen, haven't talked to you in a long time. Miro, Sandy, thank you. On Instagram, I'm seeing all you guys. If anybody on Instagram wants to pop into the stream, just let me know what your question is, and I'll bring in the stream and I'll help you with it. So let me go through the process of how this whole thing worked out. I literally asked the waiter and said, give me a pen and paper. I got to write this stuff down, okay, in preparation for tonight. So here's how it plays out. By the way, likes, shares, I'm grateful for all of them, especially for you crazy SOBs who are spending your Saturday night with me. Dude, I love that stuff. I just love that you would be interested enough to do that, and therefore I got to bring the heat. I'm going to give you the process that I wrote down here that I will dig deep with my friend and partner, Rick Sapio, at our business finishing school. But again, you go to bfssummit.com to learn more about this event, and at the end of the stream, I'm going to give you my discount code that's going to save you a boatload of cash. I want to see you in Dallas where we can really go deep. Here we go. The first thing you got to do is visualize it. But listen to me, I'm giving you a different twist on visualization because I didn't visualize any of this stuff. You know what I visualized? Food on table, roof over family's head. I never visualized that I'd be at Rough Creek Lodge. Shit, I didn't even know what Rough Creek Lodge was. I never heard of this place, let alone thought about coming here to take my kids hunting, for Christ's sake. By the way, I'm not hunting. I'm not a hunter, but I want the experience for them. They want the experience for them. I'm not a hunter. I will ride with the guide and do all that sort of stuff, but I ain't shooting animals. I don't like that. Never shot an animal in my life. Back at it. No, I'm not against hunters, man. I love it. I want my kids to do it. I want my kids to do all that stuff. I want to pay for it all, but I just don't. That's not an experience of pulling the gun and listening to an animal die. I'm not down with that. But they are. They got their knives all sharpened up, man. I hope we shoot a bunch of shit. Okay, here we go. The first thing I do is visualize it. But what I mean by this is not visualizing it from a standpoint of seeing your success. What I'm saying about visualization is seeing your self-image as successful and winning. It's a huge difference because I think when I think back all those years ago when I was trying to get a whole level of success going, starting a business from nothing, failing at it for years, trying to accumulate some money, I always remember, even though I couldn't visualize the business at 158 million bucks, what I could always visualize was myself in a place like this. This place, the people in this place were never better than me. I always had a healthy understanding and visualization that I was capable of achieving the success that others had. And that's what I mean from visualization. So step number one of going from nothing to something, from getting out of the pain of broke and getting onto the other side of success where you can pay stupid money to let your kids shoot animals tomorrow, is you have to have a self-image of success, of visualization that one day you will get there, okay? Justin Wood just shared the video, and I am grateful for the shares. I love the hearts. Again, if anybody wants a question, jump on and ask the question. Anything that's going on in your life or in your business, I want to help you with it. The second step of getting to a place where you actually should be at, just damn far away from broke. Because listen, broke sucks shit. Let's get that message straight, man. Broke sucks. The inability to do activities, and I don't care whether this activity I'm doing or it's the activity of simply going camping with your children, taking a vacation. Fuck, it was 7 or 8 years I didn't go on a vacation with my kids. That sucks. Dude, I walked through it. I've been through it. I know that feeling of holy crap, we can't do anything because we don't have any money. So we want to get out of broke. We want to get into accumulation mode, and we eventually want to get to rich. Rich is how we live lifestyles by Design, where we can pretty much do whatever the hell we want. And money no longer holds the keys to our happiness. It's all in my book, You Need More Money. Go get it on Amazon. The second part of this process is you got to search for it. What platform can you get yourself into that can make you the money that you need to live your lifestyle by design? Too many people are in shitty platforms. They're in platforms that are never going to make them the income that they want to be able to do the stuff that they visualize. It's a reality. It's just the way it is, man. A lot of people are in bad platforms. They're doing stuff that never has a chance to get their ass rich. So the first is the visualization of your self-image, that you are worthy. You're not a schlup. The second is you got to search for the right platform. The third is you got to educate yourself. I cannot tell you how important self-education is. Why the greatest athletes on the planet have trainers and coaches, but most people in their careers and businesses don't. It just baffles me, especially because you can get them right now on a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time with me, or on a tape, or in a book, or on a YouTube video. They're all over the place. So the only reason that we're not educating ourselves is because we just don't want it bad enough, which brings me to number 4, which I call compete for it. Dude, you got to get competitive. You got to have an unbridled ambition, a desire for success that says, why does that guy have it? Why does that gal have it and I don't? Mission critical. You got to want it so bad. And you want to compete for it. Why is someone in my organization, in my platform, making 200 grand a year and I'm only making 70? Why is that? You got to compete. You got to follow that other person's lead, their habits, their cycles, their processes, and you got to want to beat them. The next one, which is right in the middle here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. It's the most important one. You got to sacrifice for it. That's the way it is, man. You got to pay a price. You got to have some shitty times. You got to have some years with no vacations. You got to have some lean Christmases. You got to miss date nights. You got to get up from the dinner table at the fancy place called Rough Creek Lodge and say, I got to get on a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live tonight because I promised that for every night in January at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm helping people. You got to sacrifice that for your children. It's the way it is. My children understand sacrifice, man. My wife understands sacrifice, and sure as hell I understand it. I think there are times they forget it. I remember it, okay? I still sacrifice a lot of stuff. I still do a lot of stuff that I really don't want to do because I understand that sacrifice is part of the process for success. Let's keep rocking and rolling. I got 3 more. You got to save for it, my brother, my sister. You got to stack and rack some cash. You got to put away some dough. Big time put away some dough. The only reason that I'm at Rough Creek Lodge doing what I'm doing is because I saved and stacked and racked a crap load of money. I made it and then I stacked and racked it. You have to save 40% of your income. I know it sounds crazy, but you must save 40% of your income. Now listen, we had a few people jump on Instagram and on Facebook, and I just want to say welcome to the folks that have just joined. I need to introduce myself to you, please. My name is Matt Monero. I am a husband. I'm a father of 3 incredible boys. I'm a founder and president of a business that does $158 million a year. I'm the author of 2 books. One is You Need More Money. The second book is The Grit. Both are available on Amazon. I have a few other businesses, and perhaps the one that is going to get a tremendous amount of my attention moving forward is called Business Finishing School. And I'm 50-50 partners in that business with my friend Rick Sapio. And we are putting on our next seminar, what we call our Growth Summit, which is our 15th, by the way, February in Dallas. And you need to come to that event. It's February 22, 23, and 24 in Dallas, Texas. At the end of the stream, which is almost done, I'm going to give you a discount code, and it's going to make the event so cheap you can't not come to the event. okay? Right now, I'm coming to you from a place where I'm on a quick vacation with my family. It's about 70 miles south of Dallas. It's called Rough Creek Lodge. I'm here to go on a hunting trip with my boys tomorrow morning, and it's stupid expensive, like outrageous. Can't believe I'm doing it, or rather that I could ever get to a place where I could do it. That's really what I'm telling you. It's like, this is how you want to live. But I didn't know this is how people lived. Literally, I didn't even know that it would happen. Okay. Thank you guys for the amazing shout outs on Instagram about You Need More Money. Brian Hess said he loved the book. He's reading it for the third time. The book is called You Need More Money. You can get it on Amazon right now. What I'm doing for the group tonight is I'm going through a series of steps, the actual roadmap that I have taken that puts me in a position to be at the Rough Creek Lodge, and that I think you could put yourself in a position to be at Rough Creek Lodge or the Sands in Laguna Beach or Pebble Beach. It don't matter to me, wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do. But you can't be broke, because broke sucks. Broke steals. It steals your happiness. It steals your family's happiness. It steals your life. So I argue in my book, You Need More Money. Just draw the damn line in the sand and go get your ass rich. And I'm giving you the process on how to do it. So I told you to save for it. The next thing you got to do is you got to invest for it. You got to put money away, man. You got to put money into a vehicle that throws off passive income that you don't have to work for. It doesn't matter to me where it comes from. It could be in other businesses. It could be in a retirement account, even though I don't think that's great. It certainly should be in a portion of real estate. It could be in partnerships, limited partnerships. I have a few limited partnerships that throw off a nice amount of passive cash flow for me. And I have other businesses that throw off cash flow for me. You have to invest the money. Sitting on the money is not the winning strategy. You got to stack and rack it, and then you've got to deploy it. And the last thing you got to do is enjoy it, because without enjoying your life and some of the money that you've saved, you steal the happiness. Now, listen to me on this. I cannot stress to you enough how many times I brought my office and the shit that I was going through in my office home. And what a mistake that was, man. I stole happiness under the roof of my family because I didn't have the discipline to break off business and pleasure and begin to enjoy my life. I was totally consumed by my brokenness in the early parts of my career. And I just wish that the second half of my life, I can help millions of entrepreneurs and business owners who have gone through the exact same process. I want you to get your happiness back. I do not want your business to be so messy, to be so choppy that it steals your happiness from your family. It is literally what the second half of my life will be about. I'm on a mission to give entrepreneurs and business owners their life back. It's what I got from business finishing school. It gave me my life back. And that's why you got to come to my event. bfssummit.com. Elena Cardona is speaking at it. Tim Story is speaking at it. Ivan Meisner is speaking at it. My partner Rick Sapio is speaking at it. I'm speaking at it. Haas Pratt is speaking at it. Dustin Barton is speaking at it. The highest rated speaker at our last event, Rand Stagen, who nobody knows about, but you should know about Rand Stagen, will be there. And so I'm going to give you the code. Go to bfssummit.com and type in MATT, capital letters, bfssummit.com, type in MATT, and you will get $500 off. It puts the ticket price at $199 using my discount. That discount expires tomorrow night at midnight. It's less than the cost for us to put the event on, but I'm passing it on to you, to the crazy SOBs who decided to jump on a Facebook and Instagram Live with me on Saturday night at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. You're taking time away from your family, your friends, your life, your enjoyment, all the pleasures that everybody else is doing. And guess what? You and me are right here doing this together, trying to help each other. So I'm giving you this massive discount. I'm going to go through the steps of tonight. How do you get from busted ass broke into something into a life that enough cash to basically do whatever the hell you want? It starts with visualization. That visualization is not of what you want the business to be. It's what you want you to be. How do you want to walk into a damn room? Do you want to walk into a damn room as a broke ass? Or do you want to walk into a room, even though you may not have money yet, you want self-esteem that represents that sooner or later success, you will grab it by the tail, okay? The next thing you got to do is search for the right platform. Most of you are in a shitty platform. You got to maybe make a major career change and get into a place where you can make a lot of money. The third is you got to educate yourself. You got to read, you got to watch, you got to listen constantly. The fourth is you got to find someone within that organization who's winning and you got to compete with them. The fifth is you got to make some major sacrifices, dude. You got to sacrifice date nights. You got to sacrifice vacations. You got to sacrifice purses. You got to sacrifice shoes so you can stack and rack cash, which is the next one called save for it. You got to put away cash, serious amounts of cash. The only way you're going to put away cash is if you make more money. And you make more money. The easiest way to make more money is buy my damn book, You Need More Money. I'm going to show you the exact roadmap. I'm going to wake your ass up in the first part, and then I'm going to give you the roadmap in the second. The second to last one is you got to invest. You must put money away so that you can get passive income that comes in your direction. I highly recommend businesses, and I highly recommend real estate for those. But whatever your path is, you must have some passive income that gives you the freedom to say, yes, I can do the last thing, enjoy it. You have to enjoy the fruits of your freaking labor. So let's go to questions real quick. Instagram, Facebook, I'm grateful for everybody who's jumped on. Michael Beckett, thank you. Blake Duncan, thank you. Guys on Instagram, thank you. I appreciate everybody. Let's look at a question I got here from Evan. You talk about investing in unit morning, but do you believe in investing in yourself before investing in investments? For example, spending money to level up on new heights, get a coach, build a better team before spending money to buy a multifamily. I do. It's a super question. You absolutely have to get your shit together. And Evan, I don't know you very well, but I know we have some mutual friends, and they speak very highly of you. You have to get yourself tight. The first thing you have to do is get your core values down. I'm not speaking necessarily to Evan on this because I think he's got a lot of this handled, but for anyone else who likes his question, he's basically saying, should I be putting my money to work before I'm investing in myself? Should I be investing in other things before I invest in myself? And my response to that would be no. You must get yourself tight. You got to know what you stand for, man. What are you willing to tolerate and what are you not willing to tolerate? What are your core values? My number one core value in my life is to be a better father to my children than my father was to me. I need you to hear me on that. The number one core value in my life is to be a better father to my children than my father was to me. In fact, I just recently turned down a very lucrative speaking deal for 2019, the fall of 2019, because the only option I had was a Friday night speech, and that would get in the way of my son's Friday night lights game. Core value number one is I have to be a better father to my children than my father was to me. So what does that mean? It means I turn down a very lucrative opportunity because it lands on a Friday night, and I won't miss Johnny Boy's senior wide receiver Friday night football games in the fall. That's the way it is. No big deal. In one ear, out the other. Okay? Tried to get in there on Thursday, they couldn't do it. I tried to get in there on Saturday, they couldn't do it. Well, if it's got to be Friday night, it violates my number one core value, I'm out. Okay? Michael Wheaton says, what was the biggest mental turning point for you? That's an interesting question. Again, remember, number one of the process I've given you tonight is the visualization. I always visualize myself as a successful person. I never visualize myself as broke. And I need you to understand that as well, that just because you might be financially broke, the visualization is that you can't be mentally broke. And so I'm not so sure that I ever had like a mental turning point like that. I just knew it was gonna happen. I just didn't realize it was gonna take as long as it did, and it was gonna be as freaking difficult. So I don't know that there was ever this massive mental breakthrough. There have certainly been evolutions of me running a much better business than I did for most of my career. That came to me through business finishing school. My business has run much more efficiently because of business finishing school. And so I challenge you guys, if you are sick and tired of being here in your career, chaotic, frustrated, stuck, and I ain't talking about being broke, dude, because business finishing school is not for broke people. It's for people that already have had some success in their career and their businesses, but they're ready for the next level. They're saying to themselves, man, I had the pain. Where's the gain? Business finishing school teaches you the structural roadmap that fixes that for you. So you need to come to our event, February 22, 23, and 24, Dallas, Texas. Go to bfssummit.com right now. Type in my discount code, MATT in all caps, and save $500. It'll cost you $199 to come to the single most important business event I've ever been to that took my business from about 100 million to last year we did 158 million. I didn't do it. I did it with an amazing group of people and teammates. So you need to get on that stick, and you better start putting a few bucks in investing in yourself by coming to business finishing school. bfssummit.com, discount code is Matt. Brian Hess says, what is your opinion of living broke after you have money invested, after money saved by investing most of your savings into real estate? So I argue in my book that if you don't have $50,000 liquid cash, you are broke. 50,000 liquid cash, you are broke. Now you, Brian Hess, I know you, but I don't know your financial situation. You have to monitor that. That's one guy's opinion. Some people might say that they can get by on $10,000. Some people say they have to have $500,000. That 50,000 is not my number. My number is much, much higher than that. But I argue in the book that most people are broke unless they have $50,000 liquid cash sitting ready to be deployed. The deployment number in my book, You Need More Money, starts at 100,000. You should not be investing in stock market, real estate, anything until you have $100,000 cash. And that just comes from my own experience of the best deals you don't get into for $10,000. The best deals cost you 100 G's. That's the entry point. And let me give you the reason why. Christopher Robertson, seminar and hotel is booked for business finishing school. Dude, love you for it. For the rest of you, it's bfssummit.com. Type in code Matt, M-A-T-T in caps, and you will save $500. And doggone it, if you ain't getting $500 worth of value tonight, I don't know what else I can help you with. But here's the deal. And I lost my train of thought on that, Brian Hess. But no, I remember. The best deals are with highly successful people, and they don't want to jack with a bunch of people, man. They don't want to jack with 10 people at $10,000 when they can get one guy at 100. So the initial round of investment, in my experience of the best deals that I'm involved in, are $100,000 starting point, minimum. I got some that don't touch you for less than $1 million. Some that don't touch you for less than $500,000. And those deals are locks, solid locks. $10,000 investment, I don't know much about that. $100,000 investment, you're starting to work with some people that got a little bit of money, at least a little bit of money, okay? So Christopher Robertson, killer job. So excited to see you in Dallas, Texas. The rest of you ought to jump in. If you bought my and took advantage of the discount for business finishing school, pop in and let me know. I want to give you a major shout out that you took advantage of my discount, this massive discount, and that you have invested in yourself. You invested $199 in yourself to probably make $1 million. Okay, why would you not do that? Go to bfssummit.com, type in my code. Code is MATT, and get yourself on the stick, man. Let's make 2019 the best possible year. Okay. KJ on Instagram says, Matt, when is it time to take the inevitable leap of faith in quitting my 9-to-5 job and becoming a business owner? Dude, why do you want to become a business owner? Why is that better than keeping your job? See, my buddy RJ Grimshaw has this incredible term, the entrepreneur versus the intrapreneur. I believe that most people should not be in business themselves. So KJ, what you need to do is you need to give 110% at your current career until you become the number one person in your office, making the most money, and then reevaluate whether you could replace that income being in business for yourself. The first year in business at Commercial Fleet, the entire company did $46,000 in revenue. I was making $65,000 a year before that as a 23-year-old kid. And it took me a long time to get back to $65,000. Probably took me 7 or 8 years just to make the income that I lost. So please, KJ, be an incredible a producer in your current career before you get caught into this fantasy that being a business owner is better. It is not always better. I love the idea and wish it happened to me of being the number 2 person at Facebook that's probably worth $10 billion and no one's ever heard of them. Dude, think very carefully about being an entrepreneur using the leverage of all of the other tools of the company. Somebody else's marketing department, somebody else's HR department, somebody else's facilities, somebody else's IT structure to be able to maximize what's in it for you before you got to go do all that stuff. Okay? Let's move over to Facebook for a second. Arthur says that he liked you reading You Need More Money. You should do all of your future books. Thank you, my friend. I plan on doing that. I plan on doing I don't buy an audiobook unless the author reads it. So I took that approach. Bruno, I'm not 100% sure of the question. What advice would I give you? You've worked in tech for 13 years as a consultant. Now you're moving into recruitment. I'm not so sure that, I don't know why you're making the move. Why wouldn't you just go be the best? Dude, I didn't make, my business didn't take off until I was 15, 16 years in business. So you still may have a couple years left to go, Bruno. But if you want to make more money and you're moving into the recruitment space, here's what I would tell you. Tuck in behind the number 1 person in that office and do not do anything other than what they do. Follow their habits, their structure, their processes for a year and compete against them and try to beat them. When you do that, then you're in the right space. But if you just think that this transition into another business is going to be better than your last business, the odds are against that. Okay, let's keep rocking and rolling. Wayne Miller says that he's getting the BFS program. Wayne, I love you. That's awesome. Wayne and I have had dialogue about business finishing school. Morgan in our office was wonderful enough to give him a trial run this weekend where he got in there and took it for a dry run. Obviously, you liked it. We love it, Wayne. We can't wait to get you in the program. Wayne cannot come to the event in Dallas, but we look forward to seeing you soon, buddy, and getting you part of the tribe. It's killer. You will make so much money and life will be so much better for you, dude. Remember, it's bfssummit.com. Code is MATT, all caps. And spend $199 tonight because I'm taking away that code tomorrow at midnight. And invest in yourself and then put it in the comments and tell me that you made the investment in yourself, man. Come on, give us some love on this. Okay, so Super Mario scores. He read You Need More Money. Hasn't read The Grit, not The Grid, The Grit, Grit. Just my storyline, dude. It's 100 and some pages. It's a fantastic, quick read. Take you 2 hours to read the book, give you some great insight. Go pick it up on Amazon right now. You'll love it. Super easy, quick read. You Need More Money is a little bit more in depth. It's a little bit more punch in the face. It's also with a major publisher, whereas The Grit was self-published, but The Grit's a great book. Kimberly Davis just joined. If you guys have any other questions for me, fire them up. Otherwise, I'm going to bust out of here, and I'm going to go hang out with my children's again for the rest of the night because that's what I like to do, man. I love being around those boys, but those boys understand that I have to make choices, and some of those choices are to help people and to teach, to give back, and to get attention for myself. I don't want to discount the selfishness of this. I need you and your friends and your network to know about me so that I can grow my audience, so that I can help more people. So likes and shares and comments, I'm grateful for all that stuff. But most importantly, I also want you to invest in yourself. Take advantage of my $500 off code and come to bfssummit.com. Don't mess around with it. Just come on. Let's see what we have here. Bryce wants to know, what is the best way to network getting into business? You should, I don't know if you have my book, my friend, but there's a whole multiple pages on the process of getting attention from people and networking. But you know, someone else asked me a similar question on, they DM me over the weekend. And my answer was very simple. If you really want to move up the food chain, you have to pay for it. Yeah. You got to pony up scratch. You got to start going to nicer restaurants. You got to start going to nicer charity events. You have to start going to better events and buying better seats. For example, we don't have VIP seats at BFS because we only have a couple hundred people that go to it. We don't have that. But you got to pony up some scratch if you want to move up the food chain. You want to get rich, you got to hang out with rich people. What do rich people do? I guess they come here to the Rough Creek Lodge, 70 miles south of Dallas, and drop this madness number to come here because the freaking place is packed. Ain't nobody look like they're worried about the Rough Creek Lodge hotel bill. That's how you get there, man. Mike Vacara says, I did it. Celebrating my daughter's first birthday Friday night, flying out on Saturday, missing one day of BFS. All right, no problem, dude. I love it, man. You got to commit. That's awesome. On my list for tonight, it's a little bit of the sacrifice. Tommy Davidson was kind enough to share. Thank you, my friend. Bryce, thank you for your support on the 50 by 50. What he's talking about is my 50 pound by my 50th birthday weight loss program. And I was 283 this morning. That's down 32 pounds, and I'll be 50 on February 28th. There's no chance that I won't hit it. And I appreciate all your support, Bryce. That's awesome. And everybody's support who sent me emails and messages of saying, hey, man, I can see your face a little bit thinner. Now go for it. Super Mario wants to know what the Rough Creek Lodge bill is. I'll tell you, it's 900 and something bucks a night. And the hunting bill tomorrow, the hunting bill will be $3,000, and the spa for the rocker was $4 something. So you can do the math on that, whatever that is. 4 G's, more than that, for the $4,500 for one night. Okay. I didn't even know it existed. That's all I got to tell you. I didn't even know it existed, man. Earl's going to be in South Lake, Texas. Come and see me, my friend. Albert Preciado just jumped on. Love my man, Albert. He knows what I'm talking about tonight better than anybody. Put yourself in a situation that you are capable of affording things that you can do without hurting you financially that you never thought you'd be capable of doing, like being right here at this place and dropping this stupid cash to take my kids hunting tomorrow morning. But you got to put yourself in a position to win, man. That's how it plays out. So get your ass to my event, bfssummit.com. I'm giving you this outrageous discount code tonight. It's $500 off the ticket price. It expires tomorrow at midnight, and I'm giving you it to our event for $199. How on earth could you not go to bfssummit.com, put in my discount code, MATT, and spend $199 on your success? You got $199 on the stream tonight, and I'll give it to you every night for the month of January. But sooner or later, you got to make this commitment to drop money on yourself and educate yourself and move up the food chain. I'm giving it to you on a silver platter tonight. Do me a favor and take it, okay? So a couple more, then I'm going to bust out of here and go hang out with my children. Workman's comp and taxes, big bill in business. How do you handle that? Dude, I'm going to leave you with this, Chris. Yes, taxes are a big deal. Workman's comp is a big deal. Insurance is a big deal. Fire and flood is a big deal. Health insurance for your employees is a big deal. But guess what? There's a shitload of other people that cover it too. Dude, that's not a question of those line items. It's a question of your business model. And I say it with love in my heart. But, take it from me, dude. There was a period of time many, many, many years ago where I was way behind on 941 payroll taxes. And I remember sitting down with my CPA about it, and he's like, why do you have a problem with your 941 payroll taxes? There's tens of millions of businesses out there that don't have 941 payroll problems. Why do you got payroll problems? Why do you have payroll tax problems? I was complaining about payroll taxes. You know what I was missing? That the business didn't throw off enough cash to cover the taxes. So the question isn't the taxes or the workman's comp. The question is the revenue generation model. That's what you need to work on there. Put yourself in my friend Albert Preciado says, put yourself in a situation where you have no choice but to push yourself to higher limits. He's right. He's right. Put your back to the wall, dude. You'll be all right. You'll win. You'll be all right. Now, what I also want to say to you is that, at least this is my interpretation of and my belief on it, is I never overspend, ever. If I never get myself ahead of my skis financially. Now, I'll do it in hiring people and I'll do it in my business, but in my personal life, everything I do is fractional as an impact to me. So I really challenge people to put yourself into a mindset and a spend that when you're burning the cash on fun, pleasure, rejuvenation, whatever you're doing, that it really has no impact on you financially. I mean, that's a big, big, big deal. If you're feeling the impact of your splurges financially, you got a big problem. You ain't ready to be splurging. If you're feeling your splurges, you ain't ready to be splurging, okay? Talk about limits. Do you believe in limits? Albert Preciado wants to know, do I believe in limits? I do, man. I do think there's only so much bandwidth that a person actually has. And there's also an energy play there too, my friend. I think that the crap that I was able to put up with when I was 35, I can't put up with it anymore when I'm 49. I just don't have the energy for certain limits. That is an HR problem. That is potentially a management problem, all this sort of stuff. I have a lot of that stuff in place now with an amazing team. But what you're capable of doing at 25 and 35 is often not what you should or be capable of doing just from an energy play when you're older. Cameron on Instagram says, I'm a 20-year-old college student. My business model is new and experimental. I'm creating a clothing brand to help create my nonprofit in the future. How do you suggest I promote? Dude, I would suggest you don't do any of it. You ain't ready to be in that. If you ain't working in the clothing business and you ain't working or volunteering at a nonprofit, you don't need to be in a nonprofit business, a clothing business. It's insanity. Dude, you need to go work for a highly ethical, reputable clothing manufacturer, and you need to volunteer on the weekends at a nonprofit for at least 2 to 3 years and become a freaking expert at it by the time you're 23 or 24 before you ever think about opening the door to going into business for yourself, okay? Absolutely under no circumstances should you be doing what you just referenced you were gonna do. It's madness. You will not do well at it. Go learn from someone else, go work underneath a real killer, and then just build those habits, my friend. Build those habits. If you can take 2 years to learn from the biggest stud you know, and you're 22 or 23 years old, it won't hurt you one bit, my brother. So just take that into advisement. Okay, guys, it's 8:45. We spent 45 minutes together. I love your like-minded mindset that you would jump on a Saturday night with me and spend some time with me. I love you guys for that. Show me some love, likes, hearts, comments, shares. But if you really want to show me the love, go to bfssummit.com, put in my code MATT, spend the $199, get your ass to Dallas, Texas, and let me really lean in and feed into you. In February, Dallas 22, February 22, 23, and 24, Dallas, Texas. And then be on the lookout because I'm going to do a mastermind getaway for 10 people here at Rough Creek Lodge. This place is killer. And I'm going to go ahead and put that deal together for just 10 people who want to come and spend a day and a half, maybe 2 days with me and my partner, Rick Sapio here, and we'll blow your minds. I love you guys. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all down the road.